Go. Hi, good afternoon. Today I'm going to be looking at having a discussion with one of the accountants who spent a number of years in this profession, exactly 30 plus years, and I'm going to introduce Mr. Upendra Chainani. He is the director of Optimum Value Added Limited, and he's successfully run his accountancy business for now over 30 years. In our discussions with him, we're going to ask him a lot of questions about accountancy and in general why accountancy as a career is an option which the younger generation needs to consider. Things like self-employment and obviously how you can relate that to working for yourself, and why accountancy, when you are self-employed and you run and work for yourself, makes perfect sense. So let me introduce Mr. Upendra Chainani.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today? You okay?
Fine, thanks.
Good stuff. So let me start by asking you that why did you study accountancy?
Well, it was because of my numerate skills and the passion for numbers. I went into the accountancy profession, and obviously it had a good career path to gain knowledge as well as make money.
That's great. And do you think this profession is relevant in today's context?
It is more relevant today because of the cost of living, etc. If you want to start your own business, it is important that you know where your business is headed, lest you fail. Those who plan to fail to plan, or it's the other way around. Those who fail to plan to fail. So, accountancy, studying numbers, profit loss, balance sheet will all help you if you are going to go into self-employment. And you won't have to spend tons of money with other accountants.
That's great. So in terms of what are the various career options now available in accountancy? One is you become an accountant, but what could be the options that you pursue in the field?
There are different types of accountants. I'm myself a financial accountant and I give tax advice, but there are cost accountants, management accountants, accountants who are data analysts, then you have forensic accountants, and there are other specialisms. You may go in for non-profit making organizations, do budgetary control and enter in the government sphere, become like a Rishi Sunak when he was the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And there are a few also which I'm not able to enumerate all of them at the moment.
That's great, but that gives us a sense in terms of that within this field also there are specializations which people can do. So if you're more towards taxation or VAT or cost side, or as you mentioned on the management side, then you can specialize in these professions. That's great. Now I know that from my information there are various routes through which you can become an accountant. So what are the various routes through which you can become an accountant? Can you elaborate?
In the UK, we got mainly your ACA, which will allow you to practice as a professional, but you can do CIMA, which is again allows you to get into the management accounting side. You could, CPA is another one, but that is mainly American based, and it is similar to the ACA in the UK. But if you are not adept at something very professional, you can go for the basic AAT, which is the Association of Accounting Technicians, which is the stepping stone towards higher qualifications in the profession. But we have a new one now, which is the IFA Direct route, which is only if you want to specialize in a particular field, you can complete it in a short time. Yeah. And it is good for those who have limited time, have had the work experience, but have limited time to do their courses. So it was useful in that respect, the IFA Direct route.
That's great. That brings me on to the next question. As you mentioned, there are various routes through which you can become an accountant, like ACCA, AAT, CIMA, ACA, and IFA Direct. Which do you think is the most favored route according to you when we look at stepping into this role? Because when people think of accountancy, they think of numbers, profit and loss, balance sheet, workbooks, spreadsheets, but which one do you think in particular is going to be more useful for people who are looking at taking up the accountancy profession now?
The favored route at the moment could be IFA Direct route, through which you can become an accountant. The reason is, the IFA Direct route you can go for particularly one field. If you want to specialize in something, you can focus on that and qualify in a shorter period of time, and thereby you restrict your cost of education too.
And do you think that pursuing one route or any one of these routes is favored over the other?
That again depends, but mainly what we are addressing now is people who are in the working sphere and need the accountancy skills to further their businesses and to have a better understanding of their own finances. For that, the preferred route is the IFA route.
That's great. So I think, as you would have seen today in our conversation with Mr. Upendra Chainani, it has hopefully given you some insights into what the accountancy options are and how you can go about building your career. Now, let me ask him on the other side a few questions related to, why do you think people should look at self-employment or look at taking up accountancy and maybe, look at charting out a career on this side?
Well, as I said, to be truly frank, it is a rewarding career, especially if you have numerous skills. And it is a guarantee towards that you do not run hungry. So you'll always have income, and that too a reasonably good income. You may not become a multimillionaire, but you definitely won't become a pauper. So it is really important in today's day and age to have these skills, because most of the software which we see around are based on accountancy. And to understand that any software, a good knowledge of accountancy is preferable. Without that, you could flounder. So it is really important to know that and to keep your cost of accountants down also, because professional expertise is becoming very, very expensive. So from cost point of view, also it is in every business's interest to have a greater knowledge of accountancy than ever before.
That's great. I think, I hope our audiences have got a fair and a good idea in terms of why they should look at accountancy as a profession. And for those of you who are who are good with numbers and good with figures and are, looking at working for their own self, in the sense that you want to be self-employed and be your own boss, I think accountancy is a very good profession to look at. And if you're looking at studying accountancy or taking up accountancy as a career, why not take the IFA Direct route with UK Versity, wherein as a teaching center for IFA Direct, this allows learners or professionals to take up and become an accountant, either a practicing accountant or a financial accountant or a tax advisor. And there are various options which IFA provides through this route for learners and professionals like yourself. More details are on our website at www.ukversity.co.uk/IFA Direct. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with another series and interviews with another person from this profession and from this field. This is me signing off for now. Take care and bye.